All righty, good afternoon, and welcome back to our presentation of the Division I Ozone World Series 2024 version, coming to you live from the Tinsley Sports Complex here in Bossier City, Louisiana. It is Game 2 of our pool play day as we get the 11 state champions and the host school from Bossier, Louisiana, to try to get a little bit of familiarity with the complex, see a little live pitching, throw a little bit, and get ready for the actual tournament tomorrow. Our matchup today is the visitor from Alabama, from Municipal Nation, and the home team from Dublin, Georgia, as they're getting ready to square off. Here's the lineup for Alabama. As you see, number 1, Aiden Eager stepping in. He's the right fielder. He'll be followed by Chase Weaver, the third baseman, batting second. First baseman Mac McClure is going to hit third. Right fielder Murphy Fromdahl hit fourth. Monroe Howell, the catcher's batting fifth. Declan Baldwin is the shortstop. He's hitting sixth. And first pitch, line drive, base hit into center field for Aiden Eager. And we're off and rolling. Rest of the lineup for Alabama, batting seventh, Griffin Ledyard. Batting eighth, Sam Quinlian. He's a center fielder. Ninth is Brian Holiday, the pitcher. 10th, William Nettles. 11th, Jude Wheeler. And hitting 12th is second baseman, is Bryce Williams. He is the second baseman. Defensively, here's the lineup for Georgia. First base, Cannon Mallett. Bentley Williams is at second. Bryce Shepard is at short. Colt Montgomery is at third. Tyler Howell is out in left. Chris Brown in center. Gus Reagan is in right. Sutton Lewis is behind the plate. Jasper Dean is on the mound. Georgia's coached by Kyle Shepard, Tim Howell, and Brian Mallett. Alabama's coaches are Lou Howell, David Fromdahl, and Justin Baldwin. And already Aiden Eager singles, stole a base, and he's in scoring position for Alabama. And up at the plate, Chase Weaver, third baseman. Pitch a little low and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Dublin, Georgia beat Troup County in the Georgia State Tournament. And, of course, Troup County's still here. They're actually competing in the majors. There's another base hit to center field. Back-to-back hits right up the middle as Weaver gets on to first base, and Aiden Eager slides into third safely. The runners at the corners for Mac McClure.
Alabama 26. Matt McClure.
McClure hitting from the left side. Off goes the runner from first to second, trying to draw a throw, and Jasper Dean thought about it and decided against it and just let Weaver take second base and not allow the runner from third to come in and score. So runners are at second and third now. And the pitch is high and outside. And already get an early read on Alabama. They like to put pressure on pitchers and on the bases. Eager and Weaver, back-to-back hits. Now they're standing in scoring position. 1 ball, no strikes. Swung on another ball to center field. This is going over the head of Chris Brown. 1 run scores, second one coming around. And Bama's got 3 batters that have come to the plate and a 2-0 lead already. 2 runs batted in from Matt McClure. As Mac drives in a couple, Eager and Weaver, and Alabama gets an early lead. All 3 balls hit right back up the middle. The third one by Mac McClure over Chris Brown's head out in center field. We have a hour and 40-minute time limit on our games today during pool play because, it's pool play. Normally it's a normal 6-inning game, rather. Not 6 hours, 6 innings. Everybody just freaked out around me. No, 6 innings only. Unless you're playing on field number 9, they have a lot of those long games over there, so we'll let them have those. It's 93 degrees here in Bossier City, heading for 98 for a high, which means we're going to have hydration breaks. Another ground ball. This one right up the middle again, hits the pitcher. He can't make the throw in time, and runners are safe at first and second on the infield single. And every ball has been right up the box. That one a little shorter as it went off the glove or leg of pitcher Jasper Dean, but Alabama squaring up on the ball early. Here's Monroe Howell. Pitch on the outside corner for strike one. Howell, the catcher.
Foul batting, number 0, Monroe Howell.
Runners at first and second for Alabama. That pitch bounces by the catcher, Sutton Lewis, and runners will move up on the wild pitch. So single, 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 single for the first 4 batters for Alabama. And this one's going to be hit number 5, dumped over the second baseman's head. 1 run scoring, second one coming, play at the plate. Tag put on in the face of Murphy Fromdahl, who's thrown out trying to score from second. But not before Alabama picks up a 3rd run. So Howell got his way into second base on the throw-in. And it's 5 consecutive hits and a 3-0 lead for Alabama with 1 out. Took a really good throw from right field from Gus Reagan to throw out Murphy Fromdahl. We didn't even get to talk about Fromdahl. He is the one that hit the first pitch right back to the pitcher. And they got thrown out trying to score. So DeClan Baldwin up now. First pitch inside, ball 1. 6th Bama batter of the inning. And they are making a statement early. Aggressive swing in the bat and aggressive run in the bases. Swung on and fouled. It counts a ball and a strike now to Declan Baldwin. Griffin Ledyard waits on deck. Here's the 1-1. 2 balls and a strike, a little bit low. Ball 3 outside. 3 balls and 1 strike. And that's going to be ball 4. So Baldwin on first base with a base on balls. And Griffin Ledyard coming up now.
Now batting number 24, Griffin Ledyard.
Well, it's the first non-hit for an Alabama batter, but doesn't matter as Baldwin gets on anyway. So here's righty Griffin Ledyard up now. First pitch to him, swung on. That's a base hit over the shortstop's head, and runners are going to be safe at all 3 bases. It's a hit barrage for Alabama here early. 6 hits in the inning. Bases are loaded. And now it's center fielder Sam Quinlian who's coming up. Quinlian and McClure, the only lefties in the lineup for Alabama. First pitch called strike. Brian Holiday waiting on deck. 3-0 Alabama already. 1 out, bases loaded. Swing and a miss way out in front was Quinlian. And it's 0-2. This one lifted to right. Oh, and off the glove of the right fielder, Gus Reagan. 1 run scores. Second one being waved around and coming in to make it a 5-0 lead is DeClen Baldwin. And runners will stop at first and second. Ledyard is at first, and Quinlian with the error on the right fielder at first base. And that's going to get Georgia's coach Kyle Shepard to come out. 19 pitches and 8 batters have come up. 6 hits, a walk, and an error. A little bit of a shocker here. Georgia's going to have a little work to do. It's not like they've been playing bad or sloppy, other than maybe that last ball out in right field. The rest have all been well-hit balls by Alabama. Here's Brian Holiday, the pitcher, and the number 9 hitter. And he first pitch swings. This one popped up. Pitcher going to call for it, and Dean will take it in fair territory for the second out of the inning. Brings us to William Nettles, batting in the number 10 spot. Bama with 5 runs, 6 hits so far. Runners at first and second. 2 away, top of the first. Swing and a miss by Nettles. One ball, 1 strike. We're straying way off the base. Griffin Ledyard trying to see if he can't draw a throw from Sutton Lewis. Get a ball thrown away, he'll get another run. This one foul tipped, and it's 1-2. And the pitch by Dean swung on, lifted to right. Under it, right fielder Gus Reagan. That'll end the inning, but it's a big one to start for Alabama. 5 runs, 6 hits. There was an error and 2 men left on base. Bottom of the first coming up when we return here on Diamond Youth Baseball. All right, welcome back. Bottom of the first inning. Chuck Zach along with you. Coming to you from the Tinsley Sports Complex here in Bossier City, Louisiana. It's the under 12 or 12 and under Ozone Division I World Series. We're in pool play on day 1 in a rather muggy, hot, humid northern Louisiana day. Tomorrow's actual tournament play. Here's the lineup for Georgia as they step to the plate. It'll be Bryce Shepard, the shortstop, leading off. Cannon Mallett, the first baseman, batting second. Colt Montgomery's going to hit third. Chris Brown, the center fielder, hitting fourth. Hitting fifth, Tyler Howell. Sixth, Gus Reagan. Seventh, Sutton Lewis, the catcher. Batting eighth is pitcher Jasper Dean. Bryson Sutton's batting ninth. Cohen McCoy is batting in the 10 spot. Ground ball towards short. 3, Hopper picked up. Throw across in time for out number 1 as Bryce Shepard goes down 2 pitches into the game. And Bentley Williams, the second baseman, is going to bat in the number 11 spot for Georgia. Alabama's defense, we've got Mac McClure at first, Bryce Williams at second. McClan Baldwin is at short. Chase Weaver at third. In the outfield, combination of Aiden Eager, Murphy Fromdahl, and Sam Quinlian. Behind the plate, Monroe Howell. On the mound is Brian Holiday, whose team spotted him a bit of a lead, gets a ground ball, and throws over to first base to retire the number 2 hitter, Cannon Mallett. So 4 pitches, and a pretty easy start so far for Brian Holiday. A couple of ground balls, 1 to Baldwin and 1 he took himself. And here comes the number 3 hitter, Colt Montgomery. First pitch foul. Strike number 1. We've got 96 degrees already. We're still going to inch up a little bit hotter. After the second inning and fourth innings, we will take a hydration break. Give the kids a chance to get a little water in them. Give the umpires a chance to do that as well. 1 ball, 1 strike. And we'll follow that throughout the course of the tournament. This one lifted into right field, starting in and then going back. Aiden Eager, and that's going to end the inning. So a quick one, 7 pitches for Brian Holiday. And Georgia gets no runs, no hits, and nobody left on base. 1 inning done. We'll come back for the top of the second. Alabama 5, Georgia nothing here on Diamond Youth Baseball. All right, welcome back. Top of the second inning. Alabama back to the plate. Jude Wheeler and Bryce Williams, the 11 and 12, and then back to the top for Aiden Eager, the leadoff man. Alabama with a 5-0 lead, 6 singles in the first inning. They had 5 in a row to open the game, a walk, and then the 6th hit came. So a barrage coming out of the gate with the first 7 batters for Alabama. Jasper Dean started this game on the mound. Looks like he's still out there. Well, maybe not. Let's see if that's not 13. They got a new guy. Yeah, they got a new pitcher out there, and first pitch is a fastball wide for ball number 1. So Jasper Dean started this game on the mound, and apparently it's now Bentley Williams who's taken over. Pitch outside for ball 2.
Yes, sir.
Bentley Williams going in to pitch for Jasper Dean, number 13. They swap for second pitch.
Yes, sir.
So Dean goes to second. Bentley Williams now the pitcher. This one lifted in the air. It'll be Dean that's calling for it at second base. He'll make the catch, and there's one away.
Now batting number 11, Bryce Williams.
Dean in his time on the mound gave up 5 runs, 6 hits, 1 walk, no strikeouts. Ground ball, this one towards short. Deep in the hole, long throw in time. Good stretch at first base by Cannon Mallett. As Bryce Shepard fired that across for out number 2. So the first 2 batters up and down for Alabama here in the second. Now we're back to the top of the order. Aiden Eager, who singled, stole a base, and scored. He first pitch swings and lifts this to center field. That's grabbed out there by Chris Brown, and a very easy 1-2-3 inning. Took 5 pitches from second pitcher Bentley Williams. So Georgia holds the score at 5-0. They'll come back to bat in bottom of the second when we return here on Diamond Youth Baseball. All right, welcome back. Alabama with a couple of defensive changes. Jude Wheeler looks like he's moved into left field, where he'll take over from Murphy Fromdahl. Behind the plate, William Nettles is the new catcher for Alabama for Monroe Howell. They've got a new guy out in right as well. Just hadn't picked up a number yet. And Ledyard has moved over to right field. So should be all the changes for Alabama's. Georgia steps up. Chris Brown first pitch swinging, and there's the first hit of the game for Georgia as Brown lines one into left field. And Tyler Howell comes up now with a man on base. Georgia trailing 5-0. But they got a very quick inning from their second pitcher. He may have stemmed the tide a bit. Now here's Tyler Howell, the left fielder. Off goes Brown, the runner. Nettles juggled the ball just a little bit and couldn't get it out clean. And Brown steals second base. Georgia trying to work their way back into this thing. We had a barn burner in the first game on field number 9 next door. It went 9-7 in the first 2 innings. On our field, it was a comeback win for Louisiana to beat Arkansas 3-2. 2 balls and no strikes now to Tyler Howell. There's a called strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Chris Brown down at second base. There's Reagan on the on-deck circle for Georgia. Team out of Dublin, Lawrence County. That's a called strike. 2-2 now. Howell thought he was gone. Tyler went heading to the dugout. His coach said, whoa. We're playing with 3 strikes, not 2. Maybe the way they do practice, you get 2 strikes only and then you're out. That's a good way to do that. Swing the bat. Here's the 2-2. This one fouled out. He's going to get another one. Folks from Dublin drove about 730 miles to get here. This one looping foul ball. Gave it a chase, did Chase Weaver, but couldn't catch up to it in foul territory. And it's still 2-2. Not sure exactly where Municipal National is. Their state folks didn't really post anything on their DYB site. Pitch wide, 3 balls and 2 strikes. So a little bit hard to have info on them before today. We'll try to catch up with it for tomorrow, though. State folks kind of left us hanging out there. Posting the brackets would be nice. Here's the 3-2. Missed wide, ball 4. So Tyler Howell gets on base. Runners now at first and second. Even though Howell wanted to give up after 2 strikes, he gets on base, and now it's Gus Reagan. Reagan started at right field. Georgia down 5-0, but nobody out, and they're threatening here in the second. First pitch swinging. This one popped to deep center. Going back and looking at it, up against the base of the wall. Can't catch it, Sam Quinlian. Chris Brown had to hold up because they weren't sure that ball was going to get caught, and it only is a long single. He took that thing to the base of the wall, but everybody had to hold up because they weren't sure if Quinlian could get up to the catching that ball or not. That thing just kept drifting and drifting. It looked like a pop-up off the bat, but you got a lot of pop on that bat, so bases are loaded. Here's Sutton Lewis, the catcher, up now. His first pitch swinging, ground ball to second. And the ball thrown by the shortstop, 1-run score. Second one comes in. Georgia's on the board. It's a 5-2 game on the error by the second baseman. So Brown and Howell come around to score. Reagan ends up at third. Sutton Lewis at first base, and all of a sudden we got us a ball game. Jasper Dean up now. Bryce Williams did a nice job getting the ball. The idea was right, the throw toward shortstop and Baldwin, but he threw it wide of second base. Baldwin had no play, and that ball just went into left field. Pitch high and inside, ball 1. Bryson Sutton on deck hitter for Georgia. Off goes the runner down from first to second, and they've got runner on third caught in a rundown. Gus Reagan going to get tagged trying to hurdle over the top. Another throw down, and safe at third is Sutton Lewis. Alabama ran a real nice 2-6-2. Catcher, shortstop back to the catcher to try to catch that runner off guard. And indeed, Reagan was trying to come in and score. He got thrown out. Lewis at third now with 1 away. Pitch inside for a called strike. Inside corner, 1 ball, 1 strike now to Jasper Dean. 2 balls, 1 strike, excuse me. This one fouled back, and it's 2-2. So single, a walk, a deep single by Reagan, error by the second baseman. And then that pickoff of Reagan trying to come in to score from third. We've got us a 5-2 game. Looking for more, swing and a miss, and that's all for Jasper Dean as he goes down on strikes. It'll be up to Bryson Sutton now.
Now batting number 16, Bryson Sutton.
First pitch swinging, ground ball, gloved by the first baseman McClure. He'll beat the batter to the bag, and that will end the inning. But Georgia gets on the board, couple of runs, courtesy of 2 hits. There was 1 error and 1 man left on base. Top of the third will be coming up, but not before we take our hydration break. So a 5-minute water break for everybody. We'll come back with a 5-2 lead for Alabama. We'll take a couple of minutes. We'll come right back to Diamond Youth Baseball. All right, welcome back. We're in the middle of our hydration break here after the bottom of the second inning. Alabama's going to come back up in the third when we get the kids back out on the field. But reminding everybody that this is an all-volunteer, non-profit organization, is Diamond Youth Baseball. Been doing this since 1956 when the first Majors World Series was held in Alexandria, Louisiana, just a piece down the road here. AAA was added to the menu in 1998, Ozone in 2006. Got to play that for the first time in Dothan, Alabama. Our officers for DYB, the national officers, from Rogers, Arkansas, Kent Bruxford, who's the president. Vice President David Jackson, he's from Parkton, North Carolina. Secretary Robert Hudgens from Searcy, Arkansas. Wes Skelton from Marshall, Texas, is the treasurer. The commissioner hails from Wetumpka, Alabama, William Wade. And Jay Bennett's the deputy commissioner. He's from Clemson, South Carolina. And here in Louisiana, it's Eric DeVille, who's the state director. This is Division I. We did Division II last week as we are bringing to an end the 2024 season with this week's Ozone Majors and AAA World Series.
16 for 6.
And it looks like we're going to have a little change in the field. Bryson Sutton about to take over left field for Tyler Howell. All right, Alabama back to the bats. They scored 5 in the first, went 1-2-3 in the second, and watched their lead go from 5-0 to 5-2. Now here's Chase Weaver, the third baseman, leading things off. Singled, stole the base, and scored his first time up. And first pitch he sees, a little inside for ball one. Bentley Williams on the mound. Started at second base, coming in relief of Jasper Dean. And that's a pitch a little high. 2 balls and no strikes. Williams with a 1-2-3 inning in the second. This one hit off the handle, one bouncer, and Jasper Dean gives you the look of exasperation. He thought he had that and looked away from him for a little bit and cost him an error out in shallow right field. So there's man on base and Mac McClure coming up. McClure with 2 runs batted in the first. Throw over to first. Back safely. Base runner Chase Weaver on deck. Murphy Fromdahl. Swung on and fouled back. It's no balls, 1 strike. Mac McClure, the Alabama first baseman. Good looking swing his first time up, and as a result, he gave Alabama the early 2-0 lead. That's a good looking breaking ball by Bentley Williams as Weaver advanced over to second base. Nobody out in the inning. Alabama batting here in the top of the third. Swing and a miss. Down goes Mac McClure on strikes. First strikeout for Bentley Williams. And here's Murphy Fromdahl. His at bat in the first. He sent one off the pitcher's body for a base hit. Outside corner called strike. 0-1. Heart of the Alabama lineup this inning, 2-3-4. This one grounded toward third. Short hop, tough play, and everybody's going to stop it. Be safe as Montgomery over at third base. Hard time with the short hop.
Double 0. Monroe Howe.
You got runners at first and second now. Roll Howell up now. Howell singled and scored a run. Alabama's got Chase Weaver at second base. Murphy Fromdahl now at first. Swing and a miss by Howell. Taking a hack at one up in the zone. Declan Baldwin waits on deck now. Pitch gets past the catcher. St. Louis can't find it, and runners advance up to second and third. One ball, one strike. Ground ball. This is in the hole. Backhand, long throw. Good arm by shortstop Bryce Shepard. One run scores, however. Second one coming well. And Alabama picks up 2 runs. Georgia fell a little bit asleep after the great throw across. They didn't pay attention to the fact that Fromdahl was advancing all the way around from second base. So even though it's a ground out and the second out, Alabama sees Weaver and Fromdahl come in to score to make it a 7-2 game. Base is clear now. And here's Baldwin up. Pitch high and outside. Ball number 1. Baldwin walked and scored first time up. 2-0. So infield miscues have cost Georgia here in the third. Second baseman, third baseman, both with errors on grounders. Ball 3 up, high and outside. Those are 2 unearned runs Bentley Williams gets charged with. That's ball 4, 4-pitch walk. Griffin Ledyard back up now. Ledyard singled. His first at bat. Alabama starting to roll again here in the third inning. Error strikeout, error ground out walk. Foul ball, first pitch, strike 1. And run to the hour-and-a-half time limit here. We've played just about 43 minutes, including having the 5-minute hydration break in there. That pitch missing outside. Throw down to first base, and the runner took off and will be at second safe. First baseman thought that runner was coming in behind him, and instead Declan Baldwin just took off and stole second base. So kind of ball and a strike now on Griffin Ledyard. They're going to try to pick him off at second, but he's back in there safely. Alabama had 5 in the first, 2 more here in the third, as they wiped out the 2 runs that Georgia put up in the home half of the second inning. Pitch high, ball 2. 7-2 lead now for Alabama. Of course, this is a pool play. It doesn't hurt one way or the other. If you lose, it's not going to count to try to eliminate you. What it does do, though, is it makes a decision about who you play in the actual beginning of the tournament tomorrow. Winner of this game is going to get Arkansas. And the loser of this game will move on and have to play either Mississippi or Tennessee. This one hit in the air to left. Sutton over, still going back, makes the catch, and that's out number 3, and that's how the inning's going to end. Alabama picks up 2 more runs, no hits. There were 2 errors and a man left on base. Bottom of the third coming up, 7-2. Alabama with the lead here on Diamond Youth Baseball. All right, welcome back. We are heading to the bottom of the third. Looks like we may have a new catcher as Monroe Howell's behind the plate.
From the left, Eager right, Howell catch.
Starting outfielders move back out on the field. Tyler, let's see, how'd they move? Fromdahl back out in left field. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Excuse me. Yeah, Fromdahl in left. Aiden Eager comes in back to right field. Ground ball toward third, and that's Chase Weaver throwing out batter for Georgia. That was Cohen McCoy, who goes down for the first out of this inning. Bentley Williams coming up now. Started on the mound, or started at second rather. He's on the mound now. 5-2 lead turned into a 7-2 lead. His first pitch, ground ball toward short. Baldwin with the throw across in time for out number 2. Quick inning so far for Bama pitchers as we're back to the top of the order. Bryce Shepard. Shepard grounded out to short his first time up. Pitch outside, ball 1. Georgia shortstop. This one lifted towards second base and just over the head of second baseman Bryce Williams for a 2-out base hit for Bryce Shepard.
Now batting number 2, Cannon Mallet.
Number 2 hitter, Cannon Mallet up now. Mallet grounded out to the pitcher first time up. Trying to get something going back here. Top of the order with 2 outs. Off goes Shepard, not even going to draw a throw. And he's in scoring position. Trying to get some of that back after they picked up 2 runs in the bottom of the second. They gave them away in the top of the third. Trying to recover those runs back again now. That's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Cannon Mallet with Colt Montgomery waiting on deck. Got a little bit of a breeze. It's blowing in today. Out in center, right center. You can see the flags moving there. Pitch misses outside, 2-1. Shepard thought about trying to advance to third. Quickly got back to second when it looked like Monroe Howell was ready to gun him down. That's low and away, ball 3. This time they are throwing back there toward him, and Shepard took off this time. He waited on the throw from Howell, and as soon as it left his hand, Shepard took off for third and stole it. Three balls and a strike now to Cannon Mallet. That one comes running in, ball 4. So with 2 outs, a single, now a walk. And the third hitter, Colin Montgomery, coming up. He flew out to right his first time up.
Colt Montgomery.
Chris Brown, on deck hitter, if they can get to him. Montgomery's a contrast of fashion, color, and style. Got the pink shoes and the yellow gloves with the gray uniform. I guess it works. Boy, he hit this one hard, but pulled it foul as it banged into the outfield wall, but just about 10, 15 feet wide of the foul line out in left field. He turned on that in a hurry. Yeah, Spike Lee said it's the shoes. No balls and 1 strike. Stay away from him, and they do. Heading for second base, and safe in there is Mallett, who stole the base. So runners are at second and third now. Ball and a strike on Montgomery.
He's got 0-2.
Here's the pitch. Swung on, ground ball, one hopper. Baldwin across, and with the 38th pitch in the arsenal for Alabama starter, they get out of the inning. No runs. There was one hit, no errors, and 2 men left on. We're through 3 innings. Alabama holds on to the 7-2 lead. We'll take the break and come back top of the 4th when we return here on Diamond Youth Baseball.
Pitching for Georgia, number 4, McCoy.
All right, welcome back. New pitcher for Georgia as we get ready to start the top of the 4th inning. Alabama with a 7-2 lead. Cohen McCoy taking over on the mound. He becomes the 3rd pitcher of the day for Georgia. Jasper Dean, Bentley Williams, and now McCoy. And first pitch or second pitch, Quinlan ground ball towards second. And he's safe, beats it out. It's a slow roller over there. And Georgia second baseman playing very deep, had no play. And it's an infield single for number 8 hitter Sam Quinlan. So he's at first base. And here's Brian Holiday, who looks like he finished off the 3rd inning and probably exhausted his pitches for the day, giving his team a 7-2 lead. First time up for Brian, popped out to the pitcher. So 1 on, nobody out, top of the 4th. Off goes Quinlan trying to steal second, and he does. Ball gets off of his leg, and he's going to go running into third base. So steals 1 and gets the advantage of a ball that bounced and hit his leg while he was sliding into the bag that took off into left field. Now he's at third base. So Alabama trying to add to that 7-2 lead. Infield drawn in now for Georgia. This ball hits the other way, just wide of first base. And the count's a ball and a strike now on Ron Holiday. Next door, it's Virginia with a 6-2 lead over the team out of Longview, Texas. Virginia's team out of Halifax. This one a foul ball, and it's 1-2 now. William Nettles is on deck for Alabama. So we're 7-2 here. Now they're 7-2 there. Alabama and Virginia with leads in these 2 games. This one ground ball foul wide to third base. And still 1 ball and 2 strikes on Brian Holiday. Holiday on the mound went 3 innings, gave up just 2 runs, and a total of 3 base hits. Yeah, I believe he walked 2. Pitch just misses, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. That one's low and inside, almost got the foot of Holiday, and now it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Cohen McCoy, third Georgia pitcher in this game. You got 1 inning out of Jasper Dean, 2 innings out of Bentley Williams, and now Cohen McCoy walks the batter, and Alabama trying to get cute here to see if they can maybe figure out a way to steal another run. And you watched Holiday go all the way into second base without a play. Quinlan stays at third. Here's William Nettles, who flew out to right field his first time up.
William Nettles.
Fastball called strike down at the knees. Alabama got aggressive in the first inning. They kind of backed off because couldn't get any runners in the second. Had the benefit of a couple of errors in the third. Now they've got runners at second and third, nobody out, and a swinging strike to make the count 0-2 for William Nettles. Jude Wheeler waiting on deck, number 11 hitter. Strike 3 looking. Nettles first out of the 4th. First strikeout for Cohen McCoy.
Wheeler.
That's a called strike. By the way, numbers for Bentley Williams, he went 2 innings. Struck out 1, walked 1. Gave up 2 runs, but neither one of those was earned. And that one fouled off. It's no balls, 2 strikes to Jude Wheeler. Bryce Williams, a number 12 hitter, up next. Here's the pitch. Ground ball toward third. Stabbed by the third baseman. Throw across in time. 1 run scores for Alabama to make it an 8-2 lead.
Now batting number 11.
Quinlan comes in to score from third. Colton Montgomery with the play at third base. Bama goes up by 6 now, and Bryce Williams, who grounded out to short his first time up, comes to the plate, and he takes a hack at the first one for strike 1. Alabama still got Brian Holiday on base. He's at third. Pitch inside, 1 ball and 1 strike to Bryce Williams. Top of the order, Aiden Eager on deck. 2 outs for Alabama here in the top of the 4th. Pitch a little high and outside, 2-1. That one's high. Boy, good job by Williams to lay off that. He started to pull the trigger, and it's a tempting pitch to go after. You see it better. It's up around your eyes. It's closer, but he held off last second. Ground ball towards short. Stabbed by Shepard. Throw across in time, and that'll end the inning for Alabama. But they pick up a run, courtesy of 1 hit, and there was 1 man left on base. After 3.5, it's Alabama 8, Georgia 2. We'll come back for Georgia's at-bat, bottom of the 4th, when we return here on Diamond Youth Baseball. All right, welcome back. We start inning number 4, the bottom of it. Looks like Brian Holiday staying out there. That was pitch number 39 he just threw. As Chris Brown leading off the inning. So one popped up. Second baseman calling for it. He'll make the catch as he goes down to one knee for the first out on the 40th pitch that Brian Holiday could throw. That's 40 pitches. Let's see if Alabama's going to leave their guy out there.
Alabama's pitching now at 40 pitches.
I guess he's staying. All right, ground ball toward first. It's going to be a race. That'll be won by Mac McClure for out number 2.
Now batting with 27, Gus Reagan.
So here in pool play action, Alabama making the decision to leave their pitcher out. He throws his 41st pitch, which means he cannot throw tomorrow. And here's Gus Reagan now. Reagan with a swing and a miss. We'll have a hydration break after the third out of this inning. 8-2, Alabama with the lead. 2 outs in the inning, and Reagan tried to check his swing. Looked like he did. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's Ryan Holiday, who's been very good. He's now throwing 43 pitches here. That one low and outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Going back inside to set up, and that one misses low and inside. 3-1. Now the numbers for Holiday are this. It doesn't matter what he does for the next 20 pitches. He's not eligible to pitch tomorrow at all. That one comes inside, ball 4. He's good till he gets to his 65th pitch, and that would wipe him out for 2 days. So with 2 outs in the inning, he walks Gus Reagan, and that brings up Sutton Lewis. Bama coach Lou Howell making the decision to leave him out there. We're all kind of perplexed by that a little bit because you usually want your pitchers available the next day, but they're going to make the decision that they want the win here, and they're not going to throw him tomorrow, and it may have been the decision we weren't going to throw him tomorrow no matter what anyway. Stolen base by Gus Reagan, and the count's 1 ball, no strikes on Sutton Lewis. Reached on an error his first time up. Swings at that one and misses. William Nettle still behind the plate for Alabama. They've scored 5 runs in the first, 2 in the third, 1 in the fourth to take the 8-2 lead. This one hit in the air. It's going back a long ways over the head of the left fielder Fromdahl. Run comes in to score in the person of Gus Reagan, and now it's an 8-3 game. Double for Sutton Lewis.
Now batting 13, Jasper Dean.
Jasper Dean up now. Dean started the game on the mound. And we're going to have a runner. They ran Tyler Howell back out there. He'll run for Sutton Lewis, who's the catcher. They're going to get him the gear back on. So here's Dean with 2 outs. First pitch swinging, and lifts this one foul, third base side, and out of play. There's no balls and 1 strike. Bryson Sutton on deck. Georgia now with 2 runs in the second and 1 here in the fourth. That's a foul ball. No balls, 2 strikes now to Jasper Dean. Struck out his first time up in the second inning. This one lifted to shallow center, coming on and sliding. Nice grab out in center by Sam Quinlan to end the inning.
4 after 4. Alabama 8.
Georgia picks up 1 run.
5-minute hydration.
There was 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on. 8-3 to score. It's time for our second hydration break of this game, so it'll be 5 minutes. We'll take a little time out. We'll bring you the camera back, and we'll start talking again when Alabama gets ready to bat to start the 5th inning. So you're watching us on Diamond Youth Baseball.
Alright, 5-minute hydration break is over. Take a field.
All right, welcome back. Alabama and Georgia playing here in pool play game number 2. We've got one more coming up on this field. At the conclusion of this one, Mississippi and Tennessee will square off in our third pool play game. So far it's been Alabama with the early lead. They jumped out to a 5-0 lead. They lead at 8-3 now as they get ready to bat here in the top of the 5th inning. We're wondering about the clock. The last game we did, we barely got through 4 innings. This one's starting the 5th with already 11 runs scored. And here's Aiden Eager hitting the first pitch into right field for out number 1. Alabama's leadoff man now 1 for 3 as he's singled and flown out twice. First out of the 5th. Chase Weaver and Mac McClure to follow. On our neighboring field, it's Virginia with a controlling lead over Texas.
Number 5, Chase Weaver.
Up 7-2. Pitch inside, and Weaver just got hit by a pitch.
Number 26.
Weaver's singled, reached on an error, and now hit by a pitch. He's been on all 3 times today. Mac McClure, who singled, drove in 2, and struck out, steps up. Cohen McCoy on the mound for Georgia as he's working his 2nd inning worth of work. Jasper Dean started, Bentley Williams relieved, and now it's Cohen McCoy. McCoy's pitch fouled straight back. It's 0-1 on Mac McClure. On deck, Murphy Fromdahl. Alabama with a 5 spot in the 1st, 2 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th. Looks like they've got a little offense as you watch them throughout the tournament. Hard hit ball. That's McClure is going to dump this one all the way into the corner in right field. His 2nd hit. They're going to wave around Weaver. He'll come in to score, and it's a 9-3 lead. And McClure maybe getting up to run all the way in. Ball got by the 3rd baseman, and he gets what's a little league home run, if you will. 10-3 the score as McClure doubles and comes in to score on the throws in. 3rd RBI of the afternoon for Mac McClure now as he's 2 for 3. Here's Murphy Fromdahl now. He's first pitch swinging grounder toward 3rd. Good grab and throw over by Colt Montgomery, showing off the gun. 2nd out of the inning. Start with the play, ranging to his left and short hopping that ball, and then making the big throw across. Good combination, field and throw by Montgomery. Here's Monroe Howell now. Howell 1 for 2, single and a ground out. First pitch swinging again. This one in the hole, and it's between 3rd and short and into left field for a hit for Monroe Howell with his 2nd hit of the game. 10-3 Alabama lead now. Declan Baldwin coming up next.
Declan Baldwin.
Baldwin with 2 walks and a run scored. And his ball just outside the reach of Bryce Shepard, and that's going to roll and roll and roll. Finally, Chris Brown gets to it. The throw in, going to hold the runner from trying to score at 3rd base. It's first hit for Baldwin, who's been on all 3 times now. Howell stopping at 3rd, Baldwin at 2nd. Here's Griffin Ledyard.
Yes, sir.
3 hits in the inning for Alabama.
Yes, sir.
The Alabama side, first base leader, medic.
Yes, sir. We need a medic over here. Yeah.
Pitch in there for a called strike to Griffin Ledyard. Counts no balls and 1 strike. Pitch missing wide, 1-1 now. Ledyard singled and flew out to left. And 1-2 as it skips in there. And we're taking these hydration breaks, and we've taken 2 in this game because This is really hot and really humid out here in Bossier City, Louisiana today. This one lifted in the air. First base given chase, but that's going to get into the crowd. And the count's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Officially at 95 degrees, and we have an excessive heat warning in effect until 2:30 this afternoon. The humidity is about 56%. The dew point's about 77%. It's hot and humid. This ball lifted into center. Brown calling for it. He'll make the catch, and that's how the 5th inning comes to an end. 2 runs come across for Alabama. They get 3 hits, no errors, and they leave 2 men on base. Bottom of the 5th coming up, Alabama 10, Georgia 3 on Diamond Youth Baseball.
Number 28, Brian Holiday, leads the game with 52 pitches. Now pitching for Alabama, number 11, Bryce Williams.
All right, welcome back. New pitcher for Alabama finally. Brian Holiday's afternoon over as he threw 4 innings worth of work, 52 pitches, gave up 3 runs, 4 hits, 3 walks, and struck out 1. New pitcher, Bryce Williams, who will come in. And he's going to face Bryce Sutton, Cohen McCoy, and Bentley Williams. Bottom 3 hitters in the lineup for Georgia. Sutton grounded out his first time up. 10-3 ball game. We still are looking at about 17, 18 minutes of playing time in this one. So we may get all 6 innings in before the hour and a half. This one hit in the air. Right field. Aiden Eager going back, tracking the ball, can't come up with it. And into second base, standing up, Bryce Sutton. It looked for a while like Aiden Eager had that ball. He tracked on it, but the wind, which had been blowing and kind of blowing out in that direction, has kind of let up a little bit. That ball should have been fairly playable, but couldn't come up with it. So Sutton's at second base. Cohen McCoy, who grounded out first time up, steps to the plate. Here's the pitch to him. This one hit in the air left field. It's shortstop going out. And he'll make the catch. Baldwin in shallow left. Catches that pop out for the first out of the inning. There's Bentley Williams coming up. He also grounded out his first time up. Bryce Shepard, the top of the order, waits on deck. 1 away. Runner at second. Playing here in the bottom of the 5th. This is pool play game. Number 2 on this field today. This one hit in the air as well. And out of play. The winner of our game today gets the 11:30 game tomorrow morning and they will take on Arkansas. Loser of this game, well, they slide down to the 1:30 game tomorrow against either South Carolina or, well, let me reset that. They actually would move to the 1:30 game against either Mississippi or Tennessee. Ground ball foul. And the count's now no balls and 2 strikes. Number 11 hitter Bentley Williams. And here's that pitch. This one lifted in the air. Shallow left again. Coming on, making the catch. See out there, I believe they've brought in a new left fielder. I think that's William Nettles. Yeah, let's see. Yeah. You got 1-3-13. It's Jude Wheeler. It's out there making that catch. So there's 2 away now. Back to the top of the order. Bryce Shepard's grounded out and singled. First pitch way up. 10-3. Alabama jumped out to a 5-0 lead, made it 5-2 to Georgia, then 7-2, 8-2, 8-3, and now it's 10-3. Missing and the ball getting by the catcher, and so up to third base goes Bryce Sutton. Had winds today from Louisiana. I don't know, Florida, I think, won on their field. No, North Carolina won on that field. Excuse me. North Carolina won on field 9. So Louisiana's advanced to what would be the, there's no winner bracket, loser bracket just yet. It's just they can control who they're going to see and the time they're going to play. That's a called strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Alabama looks in control here. Virginia looks like they are in control over on field 9. This one ground ball, shortstop, throw across from Baldwin, and that ends inning number 5. No runs for Georgia in the 5th. They got 1 base runner, and he left him on base. All right, 10-3 the score. Top of the 6th coming up when we return. You're on Diamond Youth Baseball.
Now pitching for Georgia, number 3, Chris Brown.
All right, welcome back. We move to the 6th inning. New pitcher on the mound for Georgia. Center fielder Chris Brown comes in. And he starts off Sam Quinlan with a called strike. Quinlan has reached on an error, singled, and scored a run. 10-3 our scores. We made it to the 6th. Brown with a fastball missing high and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Brown, the 4th Georgia pitcher. It was Dean, Williams, McCoy, and Brown. This one, swing, grounder toward short. Shepard with it. Long throw. Not in time. Tell you what, Sam Quinlan gets out of the box very quickly. That's twice now he's kind of shot down that line, and a little bit surprising, I think, to Georgia fielders. He doesn't look like he's the fastest guy necessarily, but he can move. He dives back into first. See if we got any chance. I don't know who's out in center field. We've got Gus Reagan that's moved over to left field. He started the game in right. He's in left now. Coaches didn't really tell us who they were moving around. Brian Holiday up now. Holiday started this game as pitcher, went 52 pitches before giving way. He's popped out to the pitcher, walked. And that's a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Following our game here on field number 10, it'll be Mississippi's champion against Tennessee. Fastball misses. It'll be the last of the games that we have today in pool play. We start for real tomorrow morning, 9:30 start time, a little earlier than today and last week. Well, we started at 10. We're going to get an earlier jump and hopefully get through before we get to the heart of the heat of the afternoon tomorrow. That's a called strike. Good pitch by Brown. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kind of an advantage, like golfing. Sometimes you get the right tee time based on the weather and helps you out in a tournament. Maybe the 9:30 teams tomorrow walk out of there with a big advantage and just having to deal with the weather tomorrow. Because again, we're expecting temperatures in the upper 90s with a heat index again around 105. You can get that first game out of the way when it's in the 80s. You got a massive advantage to the guys that are sitting out there where it's 100 degrees. Swung on and fouled by Holiday. We already know Louisiana's got one of the early games. North Carolina's got the other one. 3 balls and 2 strikes now to Brian Holiday. William Nettles waits on deck for Alabama. Yeah, pitch misses wide. Ball 4. So a single and a walk. Bama's got 2 runners on here in the top of the 6th inning.
Now batting, number 7, William Nettles.
Nettles 0 for 2 with a fly out to right and a strikeout looking. Brown with that. He's got a nice loose arm motion and a good fastball. He paints the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Here's another one, same play, strike 2. Georgia's looking to try to get the first out of this inning. Ground ball, foul behind home plate. It stays 0-2. Sutton Lewis behind the plate. He'll set up outside again for Nettles. See if Brown can paint it again. Oh, he sure did. Hit it right where Sutton Lewis had put that glove down. There's the first out of the inning. And there's one away with Jude Wheeler coming up. Wheeler 0 for 2. Pop out and a ground out. Bryce Williams would wait on deck. This is the 11th hitter in the lineup for Alabama. Brown missing low. Runner's going to take off. And they will be safe. Quinlan into third. Holiday to second. Base hit for Wheeler. Has a chance to drive in 2 now. Ground ball short. Shepard bounced once, twice, still makes the throw, still in time for the second out, but a run scores for Alabama to make it 11-3. Infield was playing in that time. I don't know that would have made a whole heck of a lot of difference, even if he'd have fielded that cleanly on the first bounce. They still got the out at first base. Coming in to score was Quinlan from third. Holiday goes to third. So with 2 outs, here's the number 12 hitter, Bryce Williams. He's grounded out to short both times up. Little high ball 1. Again, right on that outside part of the plate. That's a money pitch for Chris Brown. It's 1 ball, 1 strike now. Ground ball, first base side foul. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Bryce Williams. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Alabama has scored in every inning but the second. 5 in the first, 2 in the third, 1 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth, and 1 here in the 6th. That pitch misses outside. Chris Brown, a little extra oomph, lost his cap over that. I'll remind you, at the conclusion of the game, we'll go down and grab the winning team's coach and one of his players, and we'll put that up on the interweb for you after the game. Brown ready out of the windup. Swing and a miss, and that'll end the inning. Alabama picks up another run, though, courtesy of 1 hit. There were no errors and a man left on. Bottom of the 6th coming up. Alabama 11, Georgia 3. You're watching Diamond Youth Baseball.
Now batting number 2, Cannon Ballard.
All right, welcome back. Bottom of the 6th inning. Ozone Division I World Series. Pool play day 1 is what we got going on right now. Alabama trying to get all their guys out on the field. They had their infield already. They just didn't have Jude Wheeler.
Yes, sir.
At second.
Coming up to the plate, number 2 hitter Cannon Mallett for Georgia.
Nettles catching. Okay. I don't know who says
Pitch inside ball 1 is William Nettles back behind the plate catching. On the mound, second pitcher for Alabama today. It's Bryce Williams. Came in relief, and this is a ground ball toward first base. Jump up and speared by Mac McClure. And there's 1 away.
Now batting number 22, Colt Montgomery.
Colt Montgomery and Chris Brown also set to hit here in the 6th inning. This will be the end of this game. We're just about to reach our time limit, certainly, but we're going through our full 6 innings in this one, which is pretty rare for pool play. I don't think any of the games did that last week. in Division II. This one fouled. Coming up after this, we'll have a brief little interlude, and then Mississippi and Tennessee will play on our field. South Carolina and the hosts from Bossier will play on field number 9. Last of the pool play games today. Boy, hard hit ball. Man, just about took the arm off of third baseman Chase Weaver if he'd have gotten his glove on that one. That was hard hit by McClure. Or by Montgomery, rather.
Chris Brown.
Montgomery's first hit of the game. He's 1 for 3. Here's Chris Brown, singled and popped out to second. One out here in the 6th. 11-3 Bama. And Brown first pitch swinging, fouls it into the screen. Another one lifted foul. No balls, 2 strikes for Brown. Tyler Howell on deck for Georgia. No balls and 2 strikes. Bryce Williams with a throw over to first. Colt Montgomery getting a little too far off for his liking. Wind gone, according to the flags out in the outfield. Sun in full force. Again, we're at a heat advisory for another about 45 minutes. Things hopefully will have peaked and start going the other direction. Still no balls, 2 strikes. A couple throws over now for Williams. And he comes to Brown. This one hit into center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit in front of Sam Quinlan. 2 hits now for Brown in the game. Runners are at first and second. Here's Tyler Howell. Howell with a walk and a ground out. Scored a run. George is hanging around, taking some more swings. Getting ready to start actual wins-losses play tomorrow. Bunt put down right back to the pitcher. Williams fields that, throws across and gets the out. And there's 2 away. If nothing else, getting a chance to lay down the bunt. Something you practice in live action. Tyler Howell got to do that. He may be called on it in the real game tomorrow. There's Gus Reagan now. Reagan with a single and a walk and a run scored. He got thrown out trying to score in the 2nd inning when Georgia was starting to rally. They had gotten 2 runs across, and he tried to come in and score and got thrown out. Pitch outside, ball 1. Inside for a ball. It's 2 balls, no strikes now to Gus Reagan. Sutton Lewis would be the next hitter for Georgia. Got runners at first. Oh, there's second and third. Down low, ball 3. And Bryce Williams needs 1 more out to get out of this game, and he's gone now 3-0 to the number 6 hitter, Gus Reagan. That's a strike. 3-1. And fouled out of play. We've got a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Gus Reagan. Alabama's Brian Holiday threw 4 complete innings. Ineligible to throw tomorrow because he went over the 40-pitch limit. Holiday's at 24. Williams at 24 right now. Here's the 3-2. Swung on, hit to center, on a line, and snow cone catch out in center field by Quinlan to end the ball game. We get a highlight defensive play out there to end it. No runs for Georgia coming across in the 6th. There were 2 hits and 2 men left on base. So Alabama wins their pool play matchup with Georgia 11-3. They will play tomorrow morning at 11:30. It'll be Georgia sliding into the 11:30 game a little bit late. The 1:30 game tomorrow afternoon. All right, 11-3 the final. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Last matchup on this field, Mississippi and Tennessee coming up next. As you've been watching World Series action on Diamond Youth Baseball live from Bossier City, Louisiana.